Hey guys, so in here, this is going to be a relatively quick video of what I think is going to happen to the stock market in the coming year or so. Um, the June is going to be closing in 4 days. I do think that if TLT closes on the bullish side, which is basically what is happening right now, I am going to be 100% bearish on the stock market for around 200 plus days. This doesn't really mean that I'm going to sell out of all of my positions, but I am definitely gonna be. I already bought a bunch of TLT calls expiring in like a year from now, right? Just to be just a hedge on the safe side, and basically hedge against a very heavy market correction, I guess. I'm not saying that it's gonna crash or we're gonna have COVID again or something, right? But I've been seeing a lot of charts, and I've been seeing a lot of correlated prices or inverse correlated prices. I've been looking at the 10-year yield, and it's definitely looking like it's going to crash relatively soon. And TLT, when the bond market tends to rise, stocks and everything else tends to fall pretty bad. And what we're looking at here is basically another repeat of what started happening back in December of 2018. We saw a rise in TLT price of around 117 all the way to about 148, which was a difference in about 25%, or like a 30-point raise. I am expecting that same thing to happen in the next, after June closes, in about 200 plus days or a year from that point, right? So I am definitely hedging, and I'm buying a lot of calls 1 year out that basically kind of predicts another similar move like that. So I am expecting TLT to run up another 30 or so points. I'm not basing this off of percentage because I want to be a little bit more conservative. I am basing this off of an actual similar point move. So give or take 5% from that 30-point move up or down. So it can be, what's 5% of 30 points, like $2.50. So give or take, I am expecting TLT in around 200 plus days to be close to around $170, give or take $5 up or down. So 165, 170, 175, somewhere in that general price range, which is generally close to previous all-time highs of TLT at that 180 mark. But again, with bonds or this 20-year TLT bond, treasury bond going up like this, it's an easy indication of what can possibly happen. And again, this isn't me saying that we're going to bleed for the next year or so, but I'm definitely hedging heavy because I do think that this is going to be, I don't want to say I'm 100% positive, but I do think that if something happens, we're definitely going to see a heavy correction within the next year. And I'm just hedging with TLT calls for the next year. So right now I do have about, like, I think $2,000 invested in TLT. If we do end up closing this month of June bullish, which definitely gives me the indication, the reverse MACD is already, what is this? Oh, what does this keep happening? So the reverse MACD is already creating that red bubble, right? Which is basically an indication of, hey, if you're short on this position, start selling your shorts, the Stoke is creating clear bottoms, and it's basically the same exact play, if not an even better play, than back in December 3rd of 2018. What happened? The Stoke created clear bottoms. We had that blue line cross over the red one, and then we had that signal from the reverse MACD basically telling us, hey, if you're shorting this position, it's time to sell your shorts and go long. That's basically what's happening right now. I am going to be buying another, I think, maybe $2,500 worth of calls for TLT. I think I already have. I have 100 and I have calls like a year out for $170 for TLT. I will probably be, like I said, more conservative, and I probably buy calls for like $150 a year out or so. But I'm definitely willing to spend another 2 to 5 grand after I get that confirmation and June closes bullish for TLT for this 20-year bond. And again, this has that inverse correlation with the stock market, because strong bonds or a strong US dollar tends to equal a very weak or a weakening overall stock market. So I'll see you guys later.